Now, we'll be looking at the second part of our training, which is data cleaning using Power Query Editor. This data set was gotten from Kaggle this morning. I don't know how dirty it is, but let's look at it and see if there's any cleaning we can do here. If there's none, we'll look at how we can improve on the data and see what we can achieve there. Okay, now, how do we get to Power Query Editor? How do we get to Power Query Editor? Click on Data tab. Under that tab, you have this option called Get and Transform Data. So here you can, if you have a data already on the home page where we are working, just click on what? From table or range. Because we already have the data here already, you click from table or range. So it's checking the range of the data for us. If we agree with the data, the range it has selected, you click OK. And it's asking if our data has header. I think it has gotten all our data correctly. There's nothing after this again. So you just hit OK. Now we are getting data from table or range. Now we are in what? In Power Query Editor. All those things that we did earlier can be done in Power Query Editor. So the view, this profile you are seeing here, you can get another view. The quality of your column can be gotten from here. So it's always good to have the quality. If you are using 2016 and below, they may not have this column quality. 2013 and 16, you may not have this column quality, or you may not have this. But if you look at this data, let's see how dirty it is. When you bring your data into Power Query, two things must first check. One, you must check if your data has header. In this case, our data has header, which is the employee name, employee ID, monitor ID, all this ID. You can see the data here, the header. The second thing is data type. Look at the type of data. Is it correct? This is showing that it's a text column. I think that is correct, the text column. This one is telling us that this is a number column. ID in data analysis, ID can be number, can be text. Are you getting me? But one thing about ID is that you cannot add them together. If you like, you can make your ID a text. It doesn't spoil anything for you. Are you getting me? If you change your ID, your customer ID, your customer, what do you call it again? There's another thing you use, customer code or something like that. They can stand as a number, they can stand as a text. So, but you must be consistent with your practice. In my own case, I prefer to use them as a text. In my own case, gender ID 1 or 0. What does 1 stand for, and what does 0 stand for? So we need to know which one is gender 1, which one is don't know yet. Okay. Sometimes you have a data dictionary also that tells you what your data is. Employee status ID, you don't know what they stand for also. We have a departmental ID, we have uh, performance score ID, we have from capacity job fair ID, salary 1, 2, 3, time D, position ID, position ID and position. We have the state as the text format. We have zip 1, 2, 3, the zip code as the number. We have what again? Date of birth. This one is confused. I think the Power Query does not know if it is text or if it is number. Okay. We have sex to be F and M. Then we have marital status. With this, we have citizen description, and we have Hispanic Latino. We have the race. We have date of hire. Sorry. That bit also is also confusing. It's also confusing the QuickBook Power Query, date of termination, and the time, time reason, employee status, department, so and so on. I think we have a wide range of columns here. We have a wide range of columns here. So I think the first, okay, from this data, yeah, from this data we have here, there something is common to them. Date, all the dates are having issues. The date, I think that's the first thing I can see here. But before we move to that date, some of the things we learned earlier under the text functions, come to transform here. Under the text function, we learn some things there. We can see lowercase, uppercase, capitalized H word. This is the proper case, string or clean function. All these functions, I think we've learned something like this in a text format, but when you're working here as a column function, you're going to write formula, just click and it's going to do it for us. For example, you want to make your column, want to make your customer, you want to format as uppercase, you can just come and type uppercase. Everything will come to uppercase straight away, right? So we talk about, I think we've learned text to column, right? Want to delimit, want to use delimiter, want to split, want to take something from the right or from the left, you can use this one, split function here to do all that. You can use split by delimiter. That is when you have a comma. You can use delimiter to split them. You can use number of characters. You can see. You can split number of characters by, you can use by position where they belong to, or by lowercase to uppercase to lowercase. And that can see extract the first 5 characters, the last 5 characters, length function. You want to see the length of the text. Text before, so the limiter, no, so text after the limiter, and the text between. So you can see all those things, some of those things we've learned here. And what is again? Merge column and the other ones. These are other type of data. So the same thing with under numbers too. That's what you can do with your numbers. You can do a lot of things with numbers, and we have some things you can do with date also. So, but let's quickly move on and see what if you have anything you can do. This married ID, married ID. So marital status. Any column we don't need. If we think that the column, we have gender, we have sex in front, right? We have sex somewhere here. We should where they have male or female. It means we don't need this particular column. It's just a duplication. Gender ID, you don't need it. So you can hide this. You can just hide this column or remove column. Remove column. And if you come to home tab, also you can also see remove column from here also. Remove this column, or you can remove other columns. So let's remove this first, and we are getting there. The first one we are removing is this, and then the data I think is not clear enough. Let's see if there is anything you can get from that data from the data source. Let's open the data, and if we have the meaning for that columns, we have this data. The column are not, we don't know what some of the columns stand for. Let's see the dictionary. Then the column from cargo. Under the note, there is the columns. If there's explanation for those columns, about those columns. Okay, if we don't have them, well, we'll continue with what we have. We'll see if we can understand some of those columns. Naturally, some data should come with data dictionary. Dictionary will explain what each column stands for. Okay, so we've done that. We have salary, We can say, okay, we want our salary to be not just a number, we want to be in currency form. So even though it's currency will not show here, when you start your analysis, it's going to show in Excel. It's going to show this as a currency in Excel. So performance score ID, so we don't know what it means for now. Term D. Term D. This term D, I don't know what stands for, but perhaps maybe it's termination of the job or whatever. Don't know yet. Let's look at this. Position ID. Don't know that. Let's leave that for now. We have position ID. We may not need this into other position. We don't need the position unless we want to do anything with it. So we have the zip code. I think there's no issue with the zip code. Everything is 100% valid. Now we have date here. Let's change this to date. Date only. So we have error. We have error on this date. We have error on this date. Error on this date. Error on this date. How can we resolve this error? How can we resolve this? Now, one thing you should note in Power Query is that when you have an error, the first thing you do is go back and remove that step you took. There's no Ctrl Z here. The step I took now is just this. I remove the step back again. I go back to where I was before. Okay. Now let's see what we can do. Let's see the problem here. The problem here is we have 7/10/1983. And my calendar is this is 7/10. That is it's like 09/19. So to Power Query now, the first one here is the day. This is month, and this is year. Month, date, year. Hello, Abroshid, are you with me? Hello, are you with me? Abroshid. Yes, great. This is to my system. My system is DMY, date, month, year. But this is so by interpretation to my Excel now, to my Power Query now. This is a day, this is month, this is year. But now, when it got to this place, it cannot find which month is 19. There's no 19th month. There's no what? There's no 19th month in his own dictionary. Month stop in 12. That's why he's confused. So when I change this to date, I see that he doesn't understand this one because they cannot be date. So I'm going to remove the step. Now, what else can I do? In Excel also, we can do something like this under test to column. But I think we didn't reach that place. There's something under test column that we can also there's something similar to this one under test column. So I'm going to click on this. Now I will not just change it like that. I need to explain this date to Excel that this is not DMY. It is MDY instead. I want to explain using the local approach. I will click on what? I want to change this using what? The locale. Now I need to explain this. Currently, my days, this column, I will need to tell that this column is a date column. That's what I'm going to tell. And this date is not the default time. My default time is in UK format, which is DMY. I now know I will now look for any column or the country that use MDY. Are you getting me now? So we are sure that US use the US format is MDY. I can come and say, okay, so use this date is in this format. I'm telling Excel that this date you are seeing is a sample of the date. It's MDY. Are you getting me now? Then I will click OK. Now it will do the right thing now. Now it has understood that this date is not MDY. So what is termed as a month is actually a day. So that is how you can see that I've changed it now to date and everything is 100% correct. So now let's look at the sex here. We have sex to be M and Y. I can say, okay, I want to replace value. I can select this column and replace some values from here. Okay, from where you see M, change it to male. And I can do the same thing for the other one again. The place value still on the same column. Where you see F, I want to change to female. Female, hit OK. And let's move on and see what else you can do. We have the marital description. So you can see that we have marital description here. This is which is we can go and remove the marital whatever here we have earlier. We don't need it again. Marital status ID 0 or 1. Remove and remove it because we already have the marital status there. So marital description is there, and we have a citizen description. It's okay. The Hispanic Latino is okay. We don't know what that one stands for. Okay, date again here. We have another date issue again here. I can do the same. And just do the same thing. Tell like this that this is. We need to explain this using Locale 75330. It's okay. This is a date format. This is a date, and this is not a UK format. Rather, it's US format. US uses. So if your date format on your system, if your date is MDY, you will not, this error I'm having, you will not have it because your system date will understand that language. Are you getting me now? So you don't have the same issue. If your date is in US, your system date is MDY. My system date currently is what? Is DMY. So I need to explain to, so same thing applicable to you. If you upload a date from my own site too, and it's in the UK format, Barcode will also throw errors to you also. So I'm going to click on this. I'm telling you that this is a sample of the data. The data is what? MDY and it's a date. So I'm telling Power Query. So it will understand what I'm saying and do the needful. So the same thing with this, the termination date, this date, don't need time there. Only the date is okay. Let me see. It doesn't understand what I'm saying. Just come here. I need to explain using the local language to read. Okay, the date, yes, format. Click OK. Change that. So it means this one, I see they have not terminated. So here we have NA self-employed dash self-employed. So we need to know. We don't know what's happening here. The termination reason, right? The reason for the termination, termination. It means the word term is actually for termination here. So we have seen term here at the back. I saw one term here.
I think we deleted it.
I know the term status, whether it is terminated or still active. That's what this 0 and 1 stand for. Are you getting it? If I drag this now, you will see the person that is terminated and the one that is termination. Termination. I want to check it before removing it. Okay. So these two columns now, you can see that those people who are terminated, you can see those who are inactive, those who are still active, we have them 0. Those who are terminated, we have 1. Everything. So you can see those people who are terminated and those people who are not, who are still in active service. So if they don't have, it means they don't have reason. Those people don't have what? They don't have those people with any does not have any reason. no reason. So that means that NA is not an error. You can see, but we can remove it and then leave still employed. Still employed. You can leave as still employed. All NA can be removed. No reason. They are not tagged yet. Those people who are not unhappy and all that thing. So we can come here and say, okay, here we want to remove the NA dash. Come and say, okay, the place value NA n slash A n slash A and the dash. Yeah. Remove with what? With nothing. And hit okay. So I think it's more clear now than what we have before. So this makes more sense than what we have before. We can analyze this column now by using what? By using this column. And then we can, if you like, we can remove this and we can keep it. We can remove that and then we can, and even this word too, this still employed, we can put space in between the other things. So employment status, active. So the termination reason and employment status, I think the reasons are not, it means these people are not terminated yet. And we have terminated and active. Let's leave that. And we have a department, we have manager name, we have recruitment source, where they got the job from, manager ID. If we have manager name, we will not need the ID again. Hide of this. Because the more column you have, the more it's going to make your job, it make your analysis to be creative, to be dragging. Engagement survey. No, okay. Employee satisfaction. Then the special project count. Performance score. Active. Okay. Absences. Number of absence. They have their date, number of days, number of lateness in the last 30 days. Then we have another date issue here again. Let's quickly correct this. I think we are used to this already, so we don't need. Oh, sorry again. If you build anything on that error, it's going to return another error. Are you getting me? So you don't build anything on error. First thing you do is to remove that error. Yes, before you do anything, you remove the error first. It's coming up. This is it. Then the format is not what you are saying. This is the format. This is some format. It is this and it's okay. So now you understand my language. Okay, so as it is now, we have so many columns here, and let's see one or two things that we can do with this. Let's see one or two things we can do with this thing. We have it. Employee ID, marital status, marital ID already. We have marital, I think we have marital status in front, right? Yes, we don't need this. So we have employee status ID, status ID. It means they have two status, 1 and 5. Let's check. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What does 2, 3, 4 stand for? We don't know. Department ID, we have department in front, right? So we remove this. We have a department already. So some columns that we don't need or any duplicated column, the best thing for you is to remove them or hide them. Performance score ID.
So what I've discovered so far is it's easier to clean data using
Power
Power
Query.
Query.
Sure. The test function is when you are working in Excel and you just need to quickly pick something inside Excel there. But when you are working with a real data, much more data, are you getting? You bring them to Power Query here.
Okay.
Bring them to Power Query and you do proper cleaning. You can do so many things here than what you are doing over there. You can remove rows. Let's say you want to remove the first 5 rows. You can just come here and remove the first 5 rows. You can remove. If let's assuming the first our data does not have header, I come here and say, okay, no, the first row is not an header. It's actually you have removed. This is the first row as header. I can see that the first row has now turned to this.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are a lot of things you can do with them. We are going to learn this more when we go to Power BI. I have a good dirty data ready for you to clean, where we can extract some things and
You need to remove the second
the step I took.
next steps to
Okay,
yeah.
two things happen. Two things.
Yeah.
It promoted the header and it changed the number format,
Yes.
the format of the column rather. So these are the 2 steps we took. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's look at them. Let's quickly find the age of these people. I think we had their names already. We have their date of birth, right? So let's know their current age. The age, let's know their age as at the date of termination. Let's see if we can get that. Let's see if we can get that. Let's select this date
Come
and
on, before I forget, sorry.
okay.
So all these steps here now, I can remove. Does it have to like I can remove any steps that I want to get back? Like if I want to like instead
Yes.
since Control Z cannot take me back, I can just remove any step
And
from any
it took yes.
level. It
For
doesn't
example,
matter.
if these days, if after we are working, we now discover that this date is actually wrong. What we have done, when we took a step and the step we took is wrong, we just
So we
remove
can
that.
just
I
okay,
don't
yeah.
wanna- I
All
want
right.
to click on remove values now. It will go up. The value I remove, I replace with male for female and this. Okay, let's remove this step. Uppercase text. You know, we change the name to uppercase.
Okay.
On this and click delete. That step is gone. And then you come back here. Your number is back to your name is back to
Okay.
what? Yeah. And then you come here. If you come to this page, look at this. I click on this change type with local. This is where I am now. Anything I do here will come between this and this step. If we change our date now,
Oh,
only one date will be correct. Other date will still show how it was before I got to that state. Can you see?
okay.
This is the date I change here. Correct. But other ones, I've not changed these ones at this point. So the level at which I was, whatever I do here will reflect before the next stage. So if you remember that a step should come before a step, are you getting me? If a step
Yeah.
must come before another step, you go to that previous step and insert that step that you want to take before you go to the next step.
Oh, okay.
Are you getting? You can see that all the day has not climbing. If I come here now, it will be only one day that is left now. At this
Oh,
point,
okay.
we only have one day that is left. Other days has been cleaned. Let's check there. Can see cleaned it, and cleaned it. So that's why. So anything I do here now will come before we clean this date, which is here. Clean it just here. So whatever I do here will come before that cleaning. Okay, let's quickly see. Let's see all this ID. I think all this ID actually they have columns that can see that at this point now I've not removed my ID at this point. That's what it's showing here. If you come here, you won't see my ID again.
Yeah.
At this point, there's no married ID. So the level where I click, and sometimes again, you can also instead of removing a type, you can also if you want to remove a step, you can also change edit the step also. By
Oh,
using
okay.
this icon in front of it. I can click on this and
It is like
it will open this thing back for me. Can you see now?
oh,
I can correct it here again and say okay. Instead of removing the step. Okay, I said we should do something quickly. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do here. Let me be particular and see if there anything I can do here with the data. Transform data. Post the glass row. count row, name data, drill down, report column, move. Nothing we are moving here. This column. I think there's nothing we are doing nothing much here. Let's click on this and then click on age. Insert column here. Age. Age. This is the age as of today. This is the age as of today. All we need is not today's age, right? We want to see the date and the date of hire. Let me remove this step again. Let's say, okay, let's see if we can find difference between the date, two dates. Let's go to additional column. Let's click on custom column. And we're going to use minus now. Let's see. Okay, let's do something like this. Year, will it work here? Date of birth. Year, this minus. No, I think the higher date should come first. Abi? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, date will come first minus date of birth.
Because we are using minus now. We're using minus. Or we can even use date div. You can use year, open the bracket, higher date.
What we are trying to get is when their age,
Yeah,
when
I
they
want to,
left the
yeah,
company,
the
right?
age difference. Yes.
So it will
And
be
this date.
year of termination minus date of
No,
death.
no, we want to know the year of the get employment. We want to
Okay.
start the year of the employment date minus their year of birth on that day, date of hire. So
Okay.
what it will do for us is to calculate the day they hire him, which year did they hire him, which year was he born, and it will get the difference between the 2 years. Pam, pam, pam. The name year was not recognized. Okay, I think I suspected that too. You can do that from here directly, and they're going to remove it. But let me do something again. Come on here. Normally, no, it has given us the year on the normal day. Let's use date. Do we have date div here? Date div. There's no date div here. No date div here. In Power Query. We have it in Power BI and we have it in Excel. Sorry. Let's quickly look at something else again. What?
Sorry, does it need? Do we need to use any uh, uh command? Because I think it's just plain. It's just simple
And
subtraction.
sometimes you can just use some small this thing there. The more advanced you go, the more advanced you go, the more you can also add one or two things. So let's look at this column here. From this column, from date of birth, I can go to add column, and let me just here the year he was born. The year he was born. Here is the year he was born, and the second year is on. Let's go to the other one. The year he got the job. Date of hire. I click on this. I go to add column. If you do it on that transform column, it's going to close that age for you. Just go to the add column and do the same thing. Remove extract the year. So we have 2 years now. Year one, year two. You can say, okay, we can now come to the custom column now. It's okay. We want to minus year one from year two. Age now. Age now will be equals to year one minus year two. It's okay. You can see the year as at the date they got the job, their age, that's the year as at the date they got the job, phone number. So we can now remove these two columns. You know that in Excel, if you remove these two columns now, it will change, you will not get the age again.
Yes.
But here, you don't need that. Just remove the two columns. Your age is still there. I see the age now. The same thing, let's say from this age, remember what we did under if functions too. If function, under if function, we did what is called nested if. Let's see how nested if works here. Let's look at their age band from 19 to 53. Okay, let's group them into like 3 different ages, age band. Go to add column and then go to conditional column. And okay, if you want the age band, age band, if the age, if age is less than or equals to 20, we want to call them what? Um, um, uh, Teenagers. Let's call them teenagers. Then, if the age is if the age if the same age column if the age column is less than 40, is less than or equal to 40, we call them young adults or adults. Let's call them adults. Just yes, and otherwise, anything after that, we call them elderly. And let it okay. So you can see that we have a new column for that, and this is the what text format, text column. So any column that you don't need, you can just remove them. And at the end of the day, once you are done with all this, we click on load. Choose. I think these two already we have them on. Just remove the column. Okay, so let's quickly load this and close for the day. So we click on load. When you click on load, it will go to Excel and go to Excel. But if you just click on load only, you can just load to connection. So this is the new data we have. This is the original data, and this is the new data we have now. So we can now start the analysis using what? This column. If there is need for you to still go back to do any cleaning on this, what do? Just come here and click on edit query. You take you back to Power Query Editor, go and do the cleaning, and you still come back, you load it back again, and go back to Excel to go and continue with your analysis. Is that clear? That is how to use how to do Power Query, do cleaning with Power Query Editor. So I think at this point, I'm going to stop the recording and we'll move to what? VLOOKUP and age lookup, then index and match. That's another topic on its own. Thank you.